friends, and welcome to the Den for the Weekend video. So glad to have you here with me, spending part of your busy weekend with me, just on the Red Island Shavers. So, gonna get right into it today, the last day of Stirling week, and we're going with Stirling Spice. Because, you know, I like the spice. And I have that pre-started here in my Thirsty Badger lather bowl, doing kind of a hybrid lather today. So for the most part, it's done. And I'm just gonna finish it off on the face, and then if I need any more suds, I can come back to the bowl. 3 days growth, going with the every other day shaving. Basically works out that I can just shave on video days, and then at the end of the week, I have that stretch from after the Wednesday video, so then I go Thursday, Friday, and then I shave on the Saturday, which would be 3 days of growth, but that's fine because I usually do get a really nice shave on 3 days of growth. So I think we could take just a little bit more water here. Absolutely love the scent on this. The good old classic Shelton Old Spice. So you get your citruses like lemon, orange, aldehydes, benzoin, carnation, geranium, spices like cardamom, cinnamon. Just a great, great classic scent. Sure to put everybody into a good mood. And as you can see, it makes a wonderful lather. This is their tallow formula, because I think that's all they make. I don't know if they do. I don't think Stirling does make a vegan base. I think it's just tallow. I think they have different tallows though. I think they do have the sheep tallow and then the regular beef tallow. And this would be in the regular beef tallow offering. But yeah, that's a nice lather. Very nice and creamy. Nice consistency. Perfect for what we need it for today, which is to knock down this 3 days worth of growth. I think I have the perfect razor in which to do that. So I'm just going to take this brush, put it right back into the lather bowl, and we'll get right into it. So, all right, the razor for today is going to be my Karve Brass. This is the Karve that started it all. Here it is in all its glory. I gave it a little bit of a polish the other day. Back off here, maybe get a better view of it. Give it a polish just with some toothpaste and a toothbrush. You can see what it looks like. So now it's kind of all back to its pretty much its original look when it came from the factory. 4-inch handle, open comb B-plate. Figured to go open comb today, and I wanted to go with the B-plate to show you guys that, you know, on a 3-day, 4-day growth, B-plate will work just fine. This will be a 4th use Wizamet, and let's get into it. Oh, very nice. Nice and smooth, just what you would expect from that B-plate. Even with the open comb, it's still incredibly smooth shaver. There's no reason to fear open combs. They get a bad rap sometimes as being super aggressive, but they're not. Keep in mind that aggressiveness comes down to, or you can call it aggressiveness or call it efficiency, whichever term you want to use. It's not dictated by, you know, whether the razor is an open comb or a closed comb. It is dictated by blade gap and blade exposure. This only has a 0.73 millimeter blade gap and neutral blade exposure. And so I know some of you people new to wet shaving may not know what neutral blade exposure means, or positive blade exposure, or negative blade exposure. So very quickly, blade exposure just means if you look at the top cap and the bottom plate of the razor, there is a plane So an angle between that top cap and the bottom plate. If the blade sits within inside that plane, which would be, so do this visually. So if you're looking at it side on, you can see there's an angle from the top plate down to that bottom plate. So if it's a negative blade exposure, and pretend there's an imaginary line there. If it's negative blade exposure, that blade would be sticking inside that imaginary line. If it's neutral like this, that blade edge touches the plane where on an angle the top cap and the bottom plate meet. And if it's positive blade exposure, or sorry, neutral blade exposure, it meets that plane. If it's positive blade exposure, it would stick out beyond that plane of where the head, the base plate meet on an angle or on the bias. So this open comb is neutral, which means that blade is sitting just within that plane, which means you don't get a whole lot of blade feel, which means it's a very smooth, approachable shave, even with the open comb. And really all the open comb is doing at this point is just allowing a little bit more lather to slip through, which I find very beneficial on heavier growth, because it makes a quicker job of removing those hairs and leaves a little bit of lather on your face for easier buffing. So that's kind of the quick cliff notes on some of the misconceptions around razors. Now, if this had like if this B plate was engineered with a lot of positive blade exposure and a bigger blade gap, then yes, it would be incredibly efficient or aggressive, whichever way you want to call it. But the way this is designed, very mild shaver, which is great because I like mild shaving razors and sharp blades. For me, that's the best of both worlds, because I get that nice mild feeling on the face, but that sharp blade still does all its magic. So you lathered up for pass number 3. I'd like to congratulate my boy MellyMel. Mel hit 1,000 subs on YouTube last night, so congratulations, Mel, on a job well done. And also later on this afternoon, check it out, the Barrel Proof, the duo, the Barrel Proof is going live on Zingari Man, so you may want to check that out. I really want a set, I just don't have the funds for it this weekend, unfortunately. So I'm hoping either it comes to the razor company or top of the chain at some point, and maybe I'll be able to snag one there. I have some gift cards for the razor company I'm kind of holding on to just to grab this soap. But if you guys are interested in it, go check it out at Zingari Man. I think it drops at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Ooh, Central, I think. So 4 o'clock my time, I think, is when it goes live, or it might even be live as you're watching this video. So go check out Zingari Man. I'll have a link to her website below, and so you can go check that out. And we're going to pass number 3. Blade is performing incredibly well. Really love these Wizamettes. I'm actually still on the first tuck of 10 that I got from Brent that he sent me. Haven't even got into the new 100 pack yet. I have these blades and everything. All the razors in the den right now have a Wizamette in them, and yeah, performing flawlessly. And this is what I like about, I said last video, is the amount of buffing I can do. If I give my face that 1 day break, I can do all sorts of buffing with no issues. Now, if I would have shaved yesterday, I would not be able to do this buffing. It would just tear me up, and I would not get as close of a shave. So, very nice. That's going to be a nice BBS right there. So what's everybody doing this weekend? What are you guys up to? Let me know in the comments below. I'm not really doing a whole bunch. Watching YouTube. Watching some electrician videos lately, which has been entertaining. Found a guy, his name is Bob's Decline. He's from the Maritimes, from New Brunswick, I'm almost certain, which is the next province over to me. Fun fact, I was looking at becoming an electrician a few years back, but I didn't quite have the grades to to get into school. Maybe I'll touch on that in a further video, but yeah, I was looking to make a career change and wanted to get into that trade, but unfortunately it didn't work out. I think it would have been fun. I don't know if I wanted to be a lineman or not. I'm still not really crazy on heights, and I don't know if climbing power poles really, would have been my cup of tea. That being said, though, being up in a bucket wouldn't bother me. I don't mind being up in heights if I'm tied off to something and I know I can't fall. It's like ladders and stuff like that really sketch me out. Always did, even when I was a firefighter. Ladders sketched me out. Anyway, that was a great shave. Nice lather. Nice razor, nice blade. Nice brush. Just nice. Like I said, the spice is nice. Great scent. The classic scent of Old Spice. Probably one of my favorite scent profiles. That and citrus. And, oddly enough, Old Spice has citrus in it, which brightens it up. Always leaves me in a good mood. And it's nostalgic. My grandfather was an Old Spice guy, or one of my grandfathers was, and he was always smelling like Old Spice, and we were always doing stuff together. So, in his little powder room that he shaved in at their house, they had the two bathrooms. One was the little powder room. That's where he kept his DE and his Old Spice. So very nostalgic. And then of course we're going to finish it off with the Old Spice new release, new scent. It's in the same vein, but it's not that Shulton stink. I do have some coming though from Magic Mike. He managed to get some Shulton Old Spice after shaving cologne. And he's going to send me a little decant of each, so I can't wait for that. Really looking forward to it. And, because I've never actually smelled the Shulton Old Spice. I know I talk about Shulton Old Spice a lot. I've never actually put my nose on the real thing. I've only smelled like the dupes, like this. The Stirling Spice and the Reserve Spice, which are the dupes. They're recreations of the original. I've never actually smelled the original to compare them to the original. So I'm really looking forward to that. And no doubt that will further my infatuation with the scent that is Shulton Old Spice. Anyway, great shave today. Just glad to share it with you guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos. I really do. It means the world to me. If you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified when new videos come out. That's going to do it for me this weekend. So remember, gang, be safe, be kind to one another. Most importantly, have a great day and even better shave. And we're going to catch you in the next one. So peace. I love yous.